Hey everybody, we just made these two cute cards. By the way, it's Dina Rico from the Creativity Cave. Super happy to be sharing my birthday fun with you today. And we made these two adorable cards in my part 1 of this video. Part 2 is going to show you how to make the treat box that may or may not have originally contained candy. I can neither confirm nor deny that situation. So let me show you how I did this. It's so easy. It is using the Home Sweet Home bundle. I'll show you the pieces. So here is the stamp set, and then inside I've got and you'll bear with me just a little as I show you this. I've got the dies that come with it. I've taken 3 of the pieces out. Let me show them to you. They're just over here at my Big Shot, so let me run down and grab them. So, first of all, I have the piece that cuts out the house. You're going to cut 2 of those, and I also cut a second window, literally, out of here like this. This is actually an alteration from my original design, and I'll show you why I'm doing that because I think it's fun. Okay. Sorry, I'm grabbing something. Oh, it's not in here. That is bad, but I think we're going to be okay. Okay, so this is Tempting Turquoise. I am so tongue-twisted today saying these words for some reason. So what I'm going to do is I just have a scrap of vellum cardstock that I'm going to adhere on the back side of this before I start assembling it. And this is so that my window will work. Okay, so I've adhered this, and then what I can do after that is, here we go. My little white window will fit in there, and then because I put vellum in, I have something to adhere it to. Without that vellum, it would not work so hot. I will use some of my Mono multi-glue to adhere this. I'm just going to put a little bead of it around the edges so that it sticks in there. And I think what's fun about this is, of course, this house is designed, you can make, like a gingerbread house or a Halloween house or, any kind of style house for holidays, which is very sweet. But you can also use and within all of those different types of houses, you can fill the box with treats, with candy, with money. But what if you filled it with like one of those little tea lights that's battery powered, like a little electric situation? I think that would be pretty cute. So that's part of why I did the vellum, because then I think you could put that in there and then it would glow. How cool is that? But since this is a birthday thing, it's also kind of a treat deal, right? So what I'm doing is I'm just scoring on all the score lines. These are all created when you die cut your die. One thing I will mention is do not use the precision plate for this particular one. Just use your regular platform or your magnetic platform, whichever. The reason is the precision plate tends to want to cut on those score lines instead of score on those score lines. You do not want that. Trust me, I have experience in this department. Okay, so I trimmed or scored, oh my gosh, seriously, on all these lines. Now putting this together isn't really tricky, but it's kind of a matter of figuring out which pieces you want to adhere first. I myself enjoy using Fast Fuse as my adhesive because it's good and strong, and I like to place it over my little mat. This is my silicone rubber mat, and it's gotten some good love over the 2-3 years I've had it. I'm going to start by just adhering the 2 pieces together on this long score line. You just want to make sure that they line up so that, one isn't way down or way up from where the other should be. Okay, and then what happens is if there's any adhesive that sticks out, you can use your adhesive remover, or if you're lazy like me, your finger, and get it off. But it releases from your precision or your silicone plate. Gosh, you guys, I really apologize for my brain haze today. I've been working really hard lately, and I think it's just maybe just a teeny bit catching up with me. I don't like that. I have hired an assistant though, so that is helping. So my dear Emily, if you're watching, thank you for all your help. You're really keeping me on track. I appreciate it. Okay. So then I can do, and the other thing that's nice is you can fold this flat so that you can get adhesive where you need to get adhesive, which I find very helpful. So I will put this one in, and then I think I'm going to put adhesive on the very bottom so that when I put this on, then my bottom piece will stick. And then just take your bone folder and kind of push down on the bottom, and that kind of holds everything together. Then see, it sits perfectly, which I love. Okay, the last one I realized I haven't scored on is this one. Now, for the last bits, I want to adhere one side and not the other on these little side tabs. So I'm going to ensure that I do that by putting adhesive on two, but not the other two. So that looks good. Then when I fold this in, they're going to line up with just one side. Sorry, that got out of my camera view a little. So one side and one side, okay? Then I'm going to leave the tabs in so that to close this, I just tuck it in and it stays closed. Hello, how lovely is that? Yay. Okay, now I also will tell you that when I did this originally, I did it on the wrong side. And so my balloon was over here and I didn't like that. I'm just saying. So this time I fixed it and this is opening up on the right side, which is all good. Okay, so my balloon I need to stamp and cut out. And then I also stamped and cut out with Framelits a couple of these cute little banner pieces. And I'm going to adhere them to my card with some glue dots. Or my card. This is a cute little box in the shape of a house. Okay, so we'll put these on kind of like that. And who doesn't like dimension? So I'm going to kind of curl up each of these banners, and I really think this makes a big difference. I think it makes the whole box kind of pop and is cuter, don't you think, than the flat? I hope you're at home nodding because it's so true. Okay. By the way, it also helps if you remember that before you stick it down, it's a little easier to curl them. But as I've said before, we do not judge here at the Creativity Cave. So if you don't do it first, that's okay. It's all good. It'll be fine. All right. And then I will tuck this one in right like that. Perfect. So cute. Then to stamp out my little this is a balloon. This is from the Confetti Celebration stamp set. To ink this up, I'm going to grab my tangerine. I used the wrong color on my card, but it's okay because we don't judge at the Creativity Cave, right? So I inked up just the balloon, you can see, and then I will take my marker and color in the whatever you call the thing that holds the balloon, the string. I'm telling you, words are hard today. Wow. Okay, so I colored that with my marker, and I will stamp this out. Can I just tell you though, I don't know if you're like me, but I have these little skinny strips of cardstock all the time that I like using up, and isn't this perfect for that? Oh yeah, it is. Okay, so I will cut this out. I have to tell you, I'm going to go to my daughter's cross-country meet tomorrow, or tonight, sorry, after, frankly, not long after I shoot this video. I got to get it up on the web before I leave. I have loved watching her race. She's so sweet. I'm so proud of her. Cross-country is not an easy sport. I don't know where she gets this running thing from, because it is not me, and it's not her dad. Just saying. I was a swimmer and a cross-country skier, but not a runner, because you know I'm from Minnesota. Because that's all you do up there, you know. Okay, sorry, I couldn't help myself. Speaking of Minnesota, I just got to say it. Did you hear about Jacob Wetterling? Oh, This, if you don't know the story, back in the 80s, he was abducted and they never found him, and his sweet parents never quit looking, even like recently, and it's been almost 30 years. And the reason I know it was, of course, because it happened only like an hour from where I grew up, but also because we were the same age pretty much. I mean, just within a couple of years of each other. And oh, since being a parent, I cannot imagine what his parents have been through. Well, anyway, long story short, they just found his remains like just last week, maybe. It was in the news. And then this crazy man confessed to doing it and all the horrible things. Oh, it just breaks my heart. So crazy. Okay. Now, the last thing I will tell you is I put this little pick in here. This is literally a toothpick. All that I did was I punched it twice and then put it with glue dots, the toothpick in between. And then I didn't just jab it into my box. I actually poked a hole with my piercing tool. And I pierced it a little smaller, because just a little bit. And then I stuck the toothpick in here so that it would stay. And I think it's really cute. Now, if yours is mine was really nice and sturdy until I started messing with it a bunch of times. So I think if you want it to stay sturdy, just throw some glue in there, probably on the back side, and that'll hold it in place. So anyway, that is my adorable little party box. And again, you can just fit some fun, yummy treats in there. It's perfect size for just a few little treats. And I love that because you don't want those kids too sugared up, but it's really fun. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this. Have a great day. Check out my blog for all the details. And thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye.